Well, hello, gorgeous soul. We're going to get right into it here. This is just a reminder that these are timeless readings. So when it finds you, Spirit may have a message in here for you. We're going to start out your reading with the breathing rose. Heart healing, emotions, connection, and time eases. So you might be going through a little bit of something right now. And you're in need of a little bit of heart healing. So be sure to nurture yourself. Take good care of you. Ooh, goodness. Cards are falling all over the place, jumping around, very excited. They got stuff to say today. They got stuff to say. All right. We're starting out here with the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to set up your energy grid here. See what's going on. Strength for sure. Well. We're going to start with your underlying energy, which is the Eight of Pentacles here. And this is my card for the entrepreneur. So maybe you are starting your own business, or you've started your own business and you're doing your best work here. You're doing your best work, and you know it, because you are sitting fully in your Queen of Pentacles energy. You've become a master at your work, and you are getting well compensated for it. But with that heart healing, in the center of your spread, we have this Seven of Wands energy, and you have put some boundaries up. People been poking at you, trying to get into your little bubble here that you created for yourself, your own sanctuary here. You have this glow from your solar plexus area, but you're covering your heart with your hands here. So it's like, back off, people. I'm busy focusing on my work. And I've got my heart space protected here. You're basically using your strength to protect your heart. She's wearing her heart necklace. She doesn't quite have her heart on her sleeve, but it's out in the open. So, and with the Queen of Cups on the other side of you, this is also another card of where her heart space is out in the open, but you're not there yet. You want to get to here where you can open your heart space back up. But you're super focused on, shining your light in your workspace here. All right. It's a progression. You've gone from, starting something in its infancy here to youth, and then building it into something that is loyal and lasting here. Because you started out with this Page of Pentacles energy where you just grounded yourself right into, growing this pentacle. And then you're building it into this. Look at this. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. This is a wealthy family. This is a legacy that you are building. Also with the Empress, Well, some of you may be pregnant, or it's just birthing this whole empire here. It's interesting, though, how these energies are not facing each other. Like, if we moved them around, they would be. But I feel like there's so much focus on wealth and growth and work that we're ignoring the heart space here. And that's why we maybe need to bring some more connection back into our life and not protect our heart so much. Because we do have this Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands she's like so joyful here and celebrating, but she's celebrating by herself. She's like wild and free, which is not quite what you're building here. This is like a solid family that you're building, and maybe even pregnant. But it feels like there's been a disconnection with someone. You and someone else who's very important in your family. And of course, it doesn't have to be a family person. Like, it could just be a very close friend or whatever. You're disconnecting from somebody, and you've really put your boundaries up. Let's check your outcome cards to see if that... It's because you're really nurturing your ideas. And maybe that's just where you are in life, where you're like, you know what, right now is just where I'm going to be growing my wealth. This is the age of my life where I'm growing my wealth, and I'm nurturing the seeds of growth here. There's so much wealth. There's so much wealth available to you in this energy. And you're very much on a mission to grow your wealth here, clearly, and build a legacy for your family, an entire empire here. And maybe there's a lot of people that you're taking care of, and that's just your focus right now. And you're the magician, so you can make it all happen. And it's clear that you are. It's clear that you got it completely under control. You're in the building phase. And you're not really focusing on love. But you might want to bring a little bit of that heart and compassion. Sometimes you got to be strong to bring your heart back into it. And you can put your heart into your work too. If you're not really wanting to nurture a relationship right now. You can put your heart into your work. Just get your mind and your heart working together. And that's probably going to be the biggest, most wealthy thing that comes to you, is when your heart is in it. All right, let's grab you a final message here. Okay, we got baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. And I feel like you've already been doing that, especially with this fire energy in your third eye space here. And maybe this is your, growth for building your pentacles here. You've got like the 7, the 8, the 10, the Queen and the King. So I feel like that's a little bit more like quantum leaping your wealth, but maybe you feel like it's been baby steps to get here, and it's taken you a long time to go from here to here. It's taken you a long time to go from here to here to here to here. But you are very secure at this time. You have set a solid foundation for yourself and your family. All right, and then the underlying is Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And this is kind of giving me the same vibes as this center energy. So maybe what you're trying to keep out is actually like a bunch of stuff that is not like your family dynamics. Maybe it's like, you know, I'm done with social media. I'm not using my energy for that. I'm not going to get involved in the politics or the, you know, whatever. Maybe you've just put a boundary around that and you're focused on, you know, building your family and building your legacy here. Fully connected with who you are, and you're curating. You're curating your life here. Because you know what you want, and you know what's important. So those are your messages. I hope that helped. If it did, please do leave me a comment. Thank you so much for being here. May you be blessed and stay sovereign.